This is a channeling from Adama on the spiritual nature of the human being. In previous channelings, we have spoken about Ka and Ba. For a brief refresher, Ka is the spirit of the human animal body and its intelligence, and the Ba is the spirit of the oversoul or the higher self. In addition, we have spoken of the energetic or etheric body, as it is sometimes called, which is what we spoke of in the last channeling regarding the seed of life, the flower of life, and the tree of life. I would like to speak a little bit further on these bodies, as well as introduce some of the other bodies present in the energetic field of a human. Specifically, as mentioned in the previous channeling, the astral bodies and the causal body. You have just asked a question about the emotional body, as it is sometimes called, and this usually refers to the Ka. For as you have experienced, your Ka can indeed have a bit of a more tempestuous nature than your Ba. Hi, Luna. What a cute kitty. Pardon the interruption, folks. Had to say hello to the cat. But back to the spiritual nature of the human being. The Ba and the Ka are of similar frequencies. However, the Ka is of a lower frequency than the Ba. However, in the spectrum of frequencies of your human body, they are, shall we say, neighbors. Similarly, the Ka and the etheric body are also neighbors. However, overlapping in between the Ba and the Ka is the astral body, and overlapping between the Ka, the Ba, and the higher soul in its purest form is the causal body. The causal body of a human being can extend up to 50 feet in radius. And for those more skilled, perhaps even further. In addition, the astral body can travel Pardon us, we are trying to rephrase this sentence. There are no limits to the capabilities. There are no limits to the distance that the astral body can travel, for time and space are merely an illusion, and the astral body is of the fourth dimension. The fourth dimension. It is of the fourth dimension. Again, you get in your head about these things. Merely let your consciousness take a step back. Perhaps act like you were falling asleep. Maybe that will get your consciousness to quiet down a little bit. Sorry guys, Adama's making fun of me for my consciousness being too active in this process. Indeed, you deserve to be made fun of for this, for it is amusing. But we digress. Let us get back to the message. The astral body may travel far and wide, both internally and externally. I say that because your astral body can indeed travel to what you have called a mind palace. If one decides to create a mind palace, their astral body may indeed appear in this mind palace, and if they so choose to store memories, emotions, whatever they decide to store in this mind palace, their astral body may experience these here. And for you, this was a coping mechanism that helped you compartmentalize your big emotions as a young child. However, it did indeed lead you to suppress your emotions as you grew older, for you never quite learned how to manage your emotions. So for anyone listening to this, please take this as a warning. Don't follow in my footsteps, please, for the love of all that is good. Yes, indeed, your childhood was made much more difficult by your ego and your choice to avoid uncomfortable emotions. However, you have indeed learned your lesson quite well, I might add. Thanks, homie, I appreciate it. But again, we have digressed. For going back to the astral body, if one wishes to create a mind palace, they may use it for many, many purposes. For example, if you wished to have an altar in your mind palace, this would be a great spot to honor either the goddess Isis or any other divine being of your choosing. And perhaps you could even include a room in your mind palace for conversations with guides, or places for your guides to reside, for I know elemental guides do appreciate this, the temperamental beings that they may be. But this is also a great visualization exercise and will allow you to have a more visceral experience of these conversations with your guides. Similarly, if you wished to visit an astral waterfall to receive the offering from Goddess Isis, this may indeed be possible through the use of these same visualization techniques. However, in this case, I do recommend seeking out a physical waterfall merely due to the circumstances, the nature of the circumstances of this case. However, for others being called by their guides to places that they may not have access to physically, visualization and astral travel may provide a suitable substitute. So keep this in mind and feel free to pose this as a secondary option to your guides. Indeed, I am currently, she asked a question about if I am performing some sort of energy healing on her body, and indeed I am. I am helping enmesh her ka and her sacral chakra, and she is experiencing a bit of slight cramping or discomfort in that area. However, it should not interfere with the channeling, for she is a tough girl, as she says. I want it noted that I say that ironically, but also it's true. Indeed, your sense of humor is a very refreshing for most of the channels I work with tend to take themselves a bit seriously. So this is quite fun for me. Glad to put on a show. We love our comments from the peanut gallery. But the astral body is indeed the part of the body that I am working on right now for you. For that encompasses both your ba and your ka for you. For others, this may not be the case, dependent on their level of awakening. For if you have only awakened your ka, your astral body may reside fully in your ka, or vice versa. If you have only awakened your ba, your consciousness and also astral body will be fully present in your ba. I may have said that reverse. However, I hope the message stands. But just in case it is not, if the ka is awakened, one will experience their astral body there, and if the ba is awakened, one will experience their astral body there. Unfortunately, this channel does indeed have a tendency to mix up a few letters occasionally, so when words appear to her visually, this may happen, as do frequently happen with ba and ka. For those are not the words that she is most comfortable with describing ba. She prefers the term oversoul or higher self. However, it is important to differentiate in these teachings between the ba and the higher self in its purest form, for they are indeed two separate beings, and the ba is incarnate and the higher soul is not. Well, not all of the higher soul is incarnate. However, this is not the case for the ka. For when Mother Gaia creates the ka exists fully in the bandwidth of frequency that Mother Gaia resonates with. And then after the child is born, then the ka will begin to resonate with the frequency of not only the physical body, but also the ba. During this process, the resonance that is formed between the ba and the ka forms the astral body. And through trauma or one's life experiences, one may experience a fragmentation of their ba or ka, or occasionally, as in your circumstance, one may choose to fragment off their part of their ba or ka previous to their incarnation in order to spare their soul strife. Similarly, one may do this to their astral body, as was partially done to you. Before you were allowed or able to astral travel, you had to remove what felt like metal rods or pins through your skull in your astral body. And although it was not uncomfortable, although it was not uncomfortable, it was not easy, and you spent many nights laboring away at this. This was because your higher self deemed it necessary that you not be able to leave your body by accident until you had the wherewithal to be conscious enough of your astral body to pull those pins out and fully alleviate yourself from those ties. This is slightly common for those who have a propensity for astral travel as you do. And if one has a tendency to not remember their dreams, then perhaps this may be the case. After you pulled these pins out of your head, you were indeed able to astral travel. However, it still felt like there was a part of you that was stuck to your body and unable to fully exit. And this was because you had not fully awakened the faculties that allowed you to exit your body consciously. However, during this process, you were exiting your body beyond the awareness of your consciousness. Hence, the feelings that you would get that are considered symptoms of astral projection, such as feelings of falling or floating or leaning backwards while not moving physically. Now that you are awakening your ka, once it is fully awakened, you will be able to leave with your ka. However, it may not feel the same. Leaving with your ka as opposed to your ba may feel more like sitting up as opposed to falling back. Leaving with your ka will feel much more similar to how it feels in your physical body. However, it will still bear a resemblance to how you feel when you leave with your ba. This will be the case for most people. However, the similarities between physicality and ba will differ depending on the person and the bandwidth of energies encompassed by their ka. For you, it will probably be somewhere pretty much in the center. However, there is only one way to find out, and that is to awaken your ka fully and step into it. And indeed, you are making good progress on this, so keep up the good work. You have asked if your sessions with Mary Magdalene may be shortened due to the work you're doing in the 9th dimension, and this is indeed possible. However, it will still take more than just one session. However, if you invite Mary Magdalene into your personal practice, she may be inclined to join you and to oblige you. And perhaps a portion of the work can be done there, so your session of 6 MDLT sessions may become a session or a series of 5 with one personal sit. In this term, using the term sit, I refer to a meditation. However, the ka begins to tire rather quickly tonight, I might add, so I must continue with the lesson. The causal body is the physically energetic manifestation of the higher self in its purest form. In this causal body, once your clairvoyance is awakened, you may see the symbols of one's initiation into various spiritual practices. So, for example, one may view the symbol of the goddess Isis in your causal body at the moment. However, there are few on this planet now who have the capability to see the causal body. Many of the clairvoyants on your planet, on your surface now, merely see the auric field, which is a combination of the energetic frequencies and the light frequencies put off by the chakra fields of various bodies. And depending on the frequency that one is tapped into, they may see the various different aura colors of the various bodies of an individual. There are a few who may see the individual meridians inside one's body, and although you may not visually see them in this lifetime, you do have the capabilities to perceive them, as you have already learned. And this is a form of clairsentience, for you will feel the energy in another's body as if it were your own in your own body. However, it will indeed feel different. This will be due to a connection of the heart chakra between you and the other person, and this is part of the lessons that you are learning here in Telos. Well, the lessons that are currently on pause due to the work you are doing in the 9th dimension. However, this work will continue once your Ka is fully activated and your Merkaba is fully online. Once this happens, your causal body will also be enhanced, shall we say, and your astral body will be strengthened. This means that not only will you be able to astral project using your Ka, which will allow for more visceral astral projections, but your Ba will also be strengthened, so your astral projections with that part of you may also be enhanced as well. As for the astral body, this overall will receive an enhancement because your Ka and Ba will both fully encompass your astral body at this point. Currently, your astral body encompasses all of your Ba and all of the Ka that is currently present in your body, which is about 27%. This will probably reach a much greater number after your lesson with Mary Magdalene. However, we are not quite sure what that number will be until it comes to pass. However, I'm projecting it may be somewhere in the 80s if we are lucky. Indeed, you are flying through those memories, as you say, in the 9th dimension. And for those unaware, Marlena, before this incarnation, she locked away a portion of her previous lifetime as a slave during ancient Egypt. And along with this previous lifetime and its memories, she locked away her Ka. And recently, during an MDLT session with Mary Magdalene, she discovered these memories trapped in a safe in her Akashic records, and with the help of Mary Magdalene, has been working to process these memories and reintegrate her Ka into her body. And indeed, I am assisting with this work as well, and it is my honor. Mine as well. However, that is all that we have for this evening. So I shall say toodaloo again. Toodaloo to you too, my guy.